What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, and welcome to Lactic Acid. I'm your host, Dominique Smith. And listen, if you are looking at this video via YouTube, obviously there's a lot of people listening audio. I'm going to try to set the screen because I have greatness in the atmosphere and we have to present them as such. They have some pink on, and this is not the Powder Puff Girls from the throwback days. These are two incredible people, two ballers, shot callers. They are literally Jimmy Neutroning the nutrition game. Kim and Ron Stoppable could never. They are the founders, the creators that really is this brand called Noogs, and I'm gonna get to them in just a second. But Paige and Ben Foote, the legends. Guys, what's going on today? How y'all doing? Appreciate
We
you coming on.
doing so good.
Wow,
We
Noogs
appreciate that
Nutrition.
intro. You're doing all these millennial cartoon throwbacks, which are just bringing us right into our childhood. So I love that nostalgic intro.
Listen,
Flattered.
let me tell you y'all something about Noogs, and I just want to say if you are in a run specialty store, if they don't have it, don't go to that store, respectfully. But find your way, go on their website. Y'all got to get Noogs. So I want to preface my comments by saying they are not, Paige and Ben are not paying me to say what I'm about to say. By no means am I um a worker for Noogs, so everything is all thriller, no filler. That's how we do it. We don't put barbecue sauce on nothing but chicken here. Noogs is the fried chicken of the nutrition game and everything. And y'all know how I feel about my fried chicken. I don't play about fried chicken when it comes to that. I kid you not. There is some power in them little things and those little packets. I've tried every flavor. And I just tried that green apple because we just got it back in the store and I got emotional. If y'all remember, you see, back in the day, we used to have something called Jolly Ranchers. Y'all kids don't know nothing about that and everything. And I felt like I was tasting my childhood and everything. So it's for me, it's the only nutrition. And I've been in nutrition for a minute. Listen, I love all y'all, blessings, whatever. That's the only one for me that has worked. That is the only one that I listen. I'm telling you, if you want that OG two-piece extra crispy feel, you got to get you some Noogs and everything. And we gonna learn about these people today, but y'all got to go try it. Y'all comment which one you like better. For me, I'm a salted watermelon brother, and them green apples, they starting to get to the taste buds. I have to just eat a few more of them and everything. It's hot as all get up in Florida, so a brother needs some nutrition to nourish the soul in regards to just the day to day. So I just have to say that. And I ain't faking because y'all know I don't fake about nothing like that. But with that being said, you guys are no exception to this first question. Because you guys are so awesome, because you guys continue to do amazing things for the world, let alone the running community, there's a few things that are going to be done for you. People are going to celebrate your awesomeness. So when people do something amazing, they get put on a Wheaties box. But because you guys transcend excellence with a capital E, you get to choose individually. So, Ben, you got one, Paige, you got one. You get to choose the box of cereal that you want to be featured on. It's going to be y'all with Noogs and a medal, whatever. You can hire somebody to do that. So that's what we're rocking with. We are just past award season, but we're just going to pretend like they're going to have awards. So we're going to produce this huge campaign, but you guys get a chance to choose whatever the awards. It could be the Grammys, it could be the Emmys, it could be the Oscars, it could be the Tonys, it could be the ESPYs, whatever. But you guys are going to be the guest of honor, but you get a chance to take any celebrity from each genre, from whatever genre of award you go to. If obviously you go to Oscars, you could take an actor, an actress, whatever. Or your mom, you take each other, whatever. But you're going to be their center stage guest of honor. Last thing, they are going to make an appetizer based on the things that you like, but they're going to call it the Noog Special. So the two of you have to come up with two things. We're going to make it into the sampler. It's going to be sold everywhere in addition to the product. And maybe in Christmas, we'll do a buy one, get one free. But what I need to know the appetizer, I need to know what awards we're going to, and I need to know the cereal box.
I think we're up for the challenge.
Yeah,
And
I got some answers for sure.
really quick, thank you so much for saying that we're the fried chicken of sports nutrition. I'm gonna tuck that away in my back pocket and save that for a rainy day.
I
What?
love fried
Yes,
chicken. So we could talk about who we think has the best
yes.
fried chicken here.
And um, the name Noogs is kind of tied into fried chicken a little bit because our dog Daisy looks like a chicken nugget. And
Okay.
so we started calling her like, oh, her name's Daisy, but we started calling her, you look like a chicken nugget, you're a chicken nug, you're a nug, you're a noog. And then it morphed into Noogs. And so that's where that's where our namesake comes from. And so, wow, that was just so full
Full
circle.
circle.
Yeah.
Daisy sour cream could never. I love that. I love that. Oh, well, listen, we can get into about some chicken. So I'll make sure to add that to the list of stuff we're gonna talk about today. But let me not interrupt, Bracelet. Y'all go ahead. You pop
Yeah.
Okay,
off.
So
you want to go first?
I have some answers. And I hope I'm
Okay.
not taking your cereal here.
I'm curious what you're gonna say. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna say I had some favorites, but I think the one I'm gonna go with is Lucky Charms because if I could be on that Lucky Charms box when I was a little kid, if Lucky Charms was in the house, that was a great day, right? I'm gonna have a great bowl of cereal. I could eat that as a snack, as like a dessert. So I'm gonna go with Lucky Charms. Fantastic cereal. And then I am gonna do the Oscars, and if I could bring a celebrity, I'm gonna do Henry Cavill
Okay.
because the guy is awesome, great actor. He also just seems like a fun guy to be around, kind of the like in that almost like Keanu Reeves kind of
Mhm.
territory.
Ben's revealing a little bit about himself here. The fact that he's a huge nerd.
You're gonna out me. Henry Cavill is also like he's athletic, but he's also a nerd, so I love that. It's a good wombo combo there. Um, and then in terms of an appetizer. I'm going for a Nashville hot chicken slider. I got a little bit of cold slaw on top of that. The acidity is working with the heat. Maybe a nice soft brioche bun on top of, sandwiching that beautiful chicken. Nice and crispy, flavorful. That's my appetizer.
Sounds delicious.
That sounds delicious. I agree.
Man, nobody can eat the entree. They're gonna be dead by the time they try to eat that chicken sandwich, and I'm for it. I
Those
mean,
hors d'oeuvres
it's
are coming out. They're coming out in the tray. That's how I'm picturing it. You're getting that nice Nashville hot slider. You don't need the mains.
you're
You
right.
just sit back there with me. We're gonna be chit-chatting. We're gonna be eating some delicious Nashville hot chicken sliders. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm with you. Listen, I went to Hattie B's when I was in Tennessee, and
Yes.
somebody ordered. Well, I don't know if it's called the Mother Clucker or I could Sister Hattie, I'm sorry if I'm messing up your chicken.
Yeah.
But I saw it and I just walked away. I'm like, I don't want to witness this because that looked brutal. So listen, I'm with you. If you guys are in Orlando, come to Chicken Fire because they rival Hattie B's. So listen, I
Oh,
can't.
okay.
I'm just saying, all throw it, no filler. That's how we roll in here. So I can't.
He's writing this
I,
down.
I'm not. Listen, it's. I'm gonna let you go, Paige, before I get emotional talking about fried chicken. Because low key, I did have me a fried chicken Caesar wrap before we got on here, so
Oh
it's
yes.
not good. Go ahead.
Very nice.
Oh, that's one of chicken fried Caesar wrap with some fries and like a
Li-
crispy Coke is one of the best meals that you can ever have.
Listen,
Uh, but yeah, speaking of food, I'm really struggling with this cereal box. Um, I'm like trying to tap into like the childhood nostalgia and like my favorite cereal commercials that I used to watch growing up. I remember I really liked the Reese's Puffs
mm,
ones, peanut butter chocolate flavored.
yeah,
Yeah, and those were really
Reese's.
good too. But I also really like this is so that's like the cool answer, I feel like. But maybe the more lame answer that might be more truthful is Honey Bunches of Oats because I really liked that one growing up too.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. There was that old auntie that was making it that said it was a mouthful of joy. So I'm not
Yeah.
mad at the at the honey bunches of oats. So I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that one's nostalgic for me too. Okay, so maybe we'll go with Honey Bunches of Oats. And then in terms of a guest, I'd probably go to the Grammys. I love watching the Grammys. The performances are so good every single year. Um, in terms of like a guest, I'm gonna throw a curveball here because I think
If it's not Taylor Swift, I'm gonna be shocked.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So like I always think about this answer because like people are like I feel like a question you get is like, oh, if you could go for a run with anyone, who would you want to go with? Like a celebrity or something. And my answer is always like, oh, Taylor Swift, you know. Especially because we've recently learned she's become a runner herself while training for the Eras Tour. Um,
I did see that. The last time I saw Taylor Swift run was when she fell off the treadmill singing Drake's Jump Man,
yeah.
Jump Man, that went up to something. But shout out to T Swizzle.
She's
Um,
worked on her coordination skills and yeah, it's no secret that I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. Ben's a big Taylor Swift fan. But most recently I had like a thought that this is someone I would want to like have as like a special guest or like someone I'd want to bring with me to something is Kiki Palmer. Um,
mm,
have you seen like there's these montages of like clips of her just being the funniest person alive?
she's different, like
She's
in a good way.
she's so funny. Like I will just go on TikTok and watch Kiki Palmer compilations and like she can make me laugh so hard and like she's so funny, she's so witty. I feel like she can like have a conversation with a wall. Like she just it seems so fun to talk to. So like we would be entertained the whole night. She can sing, so she can get up there and like win a Grammy herself probably. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling right now. I feel like she'd be a great Grammys guest.
I love it for
Yeah.
sure.
I love that answer.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
love
go watch some more videos of her after this. Um,
it.
and then for my appetizer, um, I would have to say Texas Roadhouse pickle
Listen,
chips.
oh, you that is I thought you were going rolls,
The
but
rolls are
The rolls are
good.
good, but it's really hard. I feel like their pickle chips, and I've had a fair amount, and I could probably have more, but their pickle chips,
Maybe a pregnancy craving.
yeah, oh yeah, I'd fried pickle everything right now. But their pickle chips are pretty dang good.
listen, with that ranch that
Hmm
they put on, mm,
I will say, I recently had fried pickle strips. Like they weren't chips, they were like slices.
uh-huh.
And that was one of the most disappointing experiences I've had in
Really?
a long time with an appetizer. It's got to be a crispy chip.
It's gotta be since when are we doing fried pickle tenders? Like that's
You know what's interesting is it was in Orlando.
don't come
It
down
was
here
at
for anything good.
Chef Art Smith's kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm like throwing them under the rug right now.
No, no, we're not because we love their food.
We love their
Their
food.
chicken slaps. So I'm just gonna say it's delicious.
Yeah, Chef Art, if you're listening, go for chips instead of slices. I'm sorry. That's my 2 cents.
Chef, come on, podcast. A chicken connoisseur like myself, we need to have a word.
That'd be fun.
Um, but he breaded it in like a so it was like the texture of a pickle.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you know how like when you pull a pickle out of a jar, it's like a quarter of a cucumber,
Yeah.
and then those were deep fried, and
Hmm.
it just like they were kind of soggy and flimsy, and like the skin was a little bit tough. It was I was so disappointed because I'm like, oh, Chef Art Smith's food's so good. Like I had such high expectations, and yeah, it didn't live up to them.
No, just too
But
much.
I can see that because if you look at I think they call them a spear, the pickle spears.
Spear, there we go. Yeah.
Um, there's so much moisture
Hmm
hmm
in the skin, but B, just embedded in the pickle. I mean, what is that Simpsons meme with the cake that said at least you tried and then they threw it away? Um, respectfully with love, chef.
Yeah.
But I listen, I appreciate the hustle because I would like try it. I mean, you try to be out of the ordinary. Um, so Texas Roadhouse has the best pickle chips. I had a I
Maybe.
forgot
I'm
what it
not saying
was,
they're the best.
but
They're
they're good. They hit the
they're
spot.
consistent. Yeah, and we live closest to one, so that's like if I need some pickle chips, that's where I'm going.
I'm not mad at it. I went somewhere and I had a smoked fried pickle chip with
Oh.
some house ranch. Let me tell y'all something. I didn't want to eat anything else. I was like, if this, like, honestly, sometimes I wish I was a talented collegiate athlete so I could get just random NIL deals on certain things. Because on my mama, that would be one of the things that I got. Just a pickle chip endorsement. I don't need the money. I just need a supply of that. So, okay, you guys are giving me some ideas. Um, Pickle chips. It's just been so long. Actually, no, you know where I had a good pickle chip at?
Let's hear it.
Sure.
San Antonio
Oh, during at TRE?
at TRE. And
Oh,
I
interesting.
hate my life for not. So it was this restaurant. The brother was in the sombrero, and he said, "You hungry?" And I said, "Yes." I think I had the receipt somewhere. That was the best barbecue I've had in my years of existence on this
Really?
planet. I'll be 32 years old on April 14th, and that just makes me so emotional. It was the best, and it was so good. Like it had. Even after taking a shower that night, this is when I landed. Like I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning thinking the hotel was on fire, but it was just a smoke ring on my finger from eating everything. But those pickle chips were something. So next year, a
Do
group
we have a
run,
pickle chip date?
we're gonna have a pickle chip date.
Let's do
There we
it.
go.
I
We're
am
gonna have a
so
pickle
down.
chip date. That and yes, I just need to get a lactic acid Noog rather. Um, I'm gonna make up a hat or something like that, so that way we can identify each other and everything.
Yeah.
Um,
That sounds great.
and everything. That's what we're gonna do next year. Or we'll have a pickle chip tasting
Oh,
competition.
Maybe pair that with a fried chicken comparison in San
mm.
Antonio.
I Yes, because we got to find a place because a brother was disappointed.
Mm.
Um, I'm not a narcissist, but I'm like, ooh, this is not how mama used to make it, or mama still makes it and everything. I was like, listen, just season that batter, sweetheart. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Where we're also gonna get is, first of all, I have to say, you two may be like individually, there is a rapper by the name of Fabulous or Fabuloso. I know Fabuloso is the crap you clean floors with, but I think that's his name. I forgot. Um, but brother man, if you're listening to this, don't come for me. I'm sorry. I don't want to diss tape. Um, but Neo was on it, and the the verse. I thought about this preparing for the show because I think it applies to you guys. It says, "I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together." And you guys are a force. You are a force. Ben is the Sheldon Cooper of the cooler version of Sheldon Cooper of the nutrition
Okay.
No,
game
that's accurate. That's
Interesting.
accurate.
We should dive into that. I want to know how that came to be.
because of how brilliant you are.
Oh,
Everything. Ben was in the Air Force. Ben, you did another company. I'm gonna butcher the name, but it was a few years ago, and you did some incredible things on the back end when it comes to just organizing project management. Paige, you are built different. Like, I kid you not, just the fact that you run marathons, the fact that you went to Disney on that hard concrete and ran a marathon. And I know RD stands for registered dietitian, but we're gonna call it real doctor because Noogs is literally prescribing. Like that is just the antibiotics that the running community needs. So just you guys are a movement. I'm curious, how did the two of you meet?
we
Ooh.
met in high school.
Yeah, high school
So
sweethearts.
high school sweethearts. So summer of going into senior year. So we grew up in Oregon. And yeah, I'll never forget. We met at a friend's house. We're playing this game. And
Hey, you should talk about the game. Okay, we always
well,
tell
we
people
gotta get
about.
to the game. I was gonna talk
Oh,
about
okay.
my. Okay, yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, we always tell people about this game that we played, and like no one else has played it, and so we're like, is this just like an Oregonian thing, or Like, is it because we grew up in, a city that didn't have a lot of other fun activities to do? Kind of like a small town, right? You make your own fun. But the game, there's a couple different names for it, I think. It's like Renegade is one name,
Windows.
Commando, one of those two.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I've heard of that.
you heard of that?
Yeah.
Okay, and the concept is you've got two teams. One team are like the runner team, and then the other team are like the ones in the cars.
Yeah.
And the people on the runners are trying to get on foot from destination A to destination B without getting caught by the people in the cars.
Oh yeah. Now,
You
some
played that
people in
kind
Florida, I didn't, but the people who I know did, may have gotten stopped by the police
of?
because
Yeah,
they
Yeah,
had
that
yeah.
happens.
That's part
a
of my
little,
story.
a little twist to it. You said that's a part of your story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the police are involved.
Okay. So, I mean, listen, I think all of us are around the same age.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah, of course I've heard of Renegade. Now, I watched, but did I play? No, I wasn't fast enough. So it's just like, listen, just we're not gonna waste time. Let me just get in the car.
Well,
But
it's
yeah,
not about being fast, it's about being sneaky.
Yeah, yeah,
listen,
persistent maybe.
I was a football lineman. Who I'm sneaking up on, like, it's
Yeah.
and everything. But
Um,
yeah, oh, I love that. Love that Renegade. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, so we were on the same team for that. Um,
and I was just we were on the same team, and I thought she was cute, and I really wanted to get her number. So we're like, okay, well, we have to communicate.
when
Is
we go to the
we're in
cars.
different cars, so like I need to get your phone number. Um, so of course she gave it to me, so that worked out, and then I asked her out later on that night. But one of my
Where the
favorite
police come
Well,
in. Yeah.
this is the best part. This is the best part. So we're in two different cars, right? And we're driving from our friend's house to the local like middle school where I went to school. That was like the point we had to get to. And it's like 9 or 10, and so it's like dark because you're only running through people's yards when it's light outside, right? So you can play when it's darker. And so we're going over there to convene at the school. And
I'm driving my car, Ben's driving his car.
and at the time, one of the people that was playing with us was
One of the guys on foot.
one of the guys on foot who we were trying to find. He fell into a creek right outside the school, and this guy was our like top like heavyweight state wrestling champion at the time for our school for state, and he fell into the water, and so he's absolutely soaking wet. He comes up. Do you want to finish this part of the story? It's so
Okay.
funny.
So, like everybody got to the middle school. Like, I can't remember if we caught anyone in our cars or whatever, but we all met at the, destination B. We're gonna go back to destination A to start over. The wrestler's name is Brandon. Hey Brandon, if you're listening. He is soaking wet and he's gonna ride back in my car with me. And he's like, "Hey Paige, I'm gonna sit in the back seat, and you can totally say no to this, but is it okay? Is it okay if I take my clothes off because I'm soaking
Mm.
wet?"
And this dude is like ripped, right? This guy's jacked.
Yeah, he's a big guy. And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. I won't look back there. I'll give you some privacy or whatever." So he gets in my car, and the way that this middle school driveway was set up was that it was a kind of like a one-way driveway. So if parents were coming in to drop their kids off, they'd come in one way, they'd go out another way. And you technically weren't allowed to, switch directions or like go out of the entrance. But it's like, yeah, like Ben said, probably 10 o'clock at night. No one's out there. And I'm like 16 at the time. And I go out the wrong way. Or like I'm preparing to turn onto the road. I'm going out of the entrance. And I look to my left and I've got my blinker on to the left, and I see that there's a police car, and I'm like, ooh, I've got like a naked guy in my back seat. I'm driving around. I'm up to no good. Like I'm gonna go the other direction, even though like it wasn't even that like we weren't even doing anything that bad, but I got nervous, right? So I changed my blinker to go right instead and pull out, and then the police officer comes up behind me, and his like lights go off, and I'm like, dang it, so we pull over. And like, this is my very first time being pulled over. I think I got my license like a couple months ago or something like that. And, like, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, gonna have a little panic attack. And everyone in the car's like, it's okay, Paige, calm down, like, calm down. So then we roll down the window. And like, I don't know how I got so lucky, but this police officer was like the most nerdy, like dad-like figure that I could have interacted with. He just goes, "Well, hey kids, what are we doing?"
What?
I'm like, okay, like maybe this isn't gonna be as bad.
And
And
you did have your license on you, right?
yeah, I didn't have a license. Yeah,
Oh
it was crazy.
boy.
Yeah. Um,
What part of
and so
Oregon are y'all from? I'm sorry to cut off. I just need to know because I've been to Oregon a few times to cover the
uh
Prefontaine Classic in Eugene. I may
yeah,
Oh,
need to
nice.
go. I may need to go to where you're from just to see the
Uh,
marks of the mission.
yeah,
yeah. Well, we grew up in Salem, Oregon. So
Oh,
Oregon's
the
know exactly where that is. Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So the metropolis of Salem, capital city. It's I mean, it gets pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
like
a
it.
great place to go.
Uh,
Anyway, so he's like, what are you guys doing? Like, why are you driving around late at night? And I was like, oh, we're playing Commando. And then he goes, is that why the guy in the back of your car is naked? And
mm.
okay, he wasn't naked. Like, I think he had like underwear on or something, but he wasn't wearing any other clothes. um, and so like that was kind of a funny joke. And I'm like, yeah, he fell into a creek, and that's pretty much like the story is that punchline there. But
Yeah, and that's I was not the wrestler, but that's how we met.
yeah,
So
well, and then of course, so Ben saw me getting pulled over, and then he's like, I'm gonna go the other direction.
I went first off, we were not dating at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get pulled over too, so I went the other direction. And bravely fled.
Whoa. Let me just say this. That story was a better ending to How I Met Your Mother could never, because that would have been a better way to end that series. That's crazy. Like, what time of night was it?
It wasn't that late, and I think that's why like it wasn't that big of a deal because I think this guy was like, these are just kids, like
Yeah.
they're not
Yep.
getting that much into trouble, like they're just trying to have fun.
It was like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not bad. See, in Florida, it's a little different. Specifically, I was not out this late. My mama didn't play that.
Yeah.
But we're talking people would do this at like 2 o'clock in the morning,
Ooh,
Oh
yeah.
man.
whatever the case might be. So, I mean, that's no, that's you guys just did like the Chick-fil-A version
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
and everything.
The
Hey,
unoffensive
Kind of
version.
stripping.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to put it. I mean, who would have thought these years later you would have a nutrition company that gives kids the energy to actually run faster when playing that game?
Yeah.
Um,
There we go. We give me the official sponsor of
Yeah, we
Renegade.
should see if there's or Commando or whatever it's called. We should see if there's a league and we could sponsor them in honor of our
ooh,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
anniversary or something.
that's true. Listen, you could just have like a stand, like you know how they do those group runs. Just have like a nuke stand, or
Yeah.
whatever the case might
And then
be.
every time we see a car pass, we're like, duck and cover! Just
Duck
grab
and
all the
cover.
nukes.
Yeah.
Just duck out in this. Oh man, that would be good. Listen, and who knows? I need to see if there's a Groupon for that. Um, so we can definitely go there. But it's interesting because I think it's so impressive that see, running is weird, respectfully. Um, because when it comes to nutrition, I try to explain this, just you have to be careful about what you intake and just kind of everybody's body is different. And that's why there's some people who can take certain nutritional products,
Mhm.
and then there's some people who Rice Krispies, like I mean Rice Krispies, or people will get a bottle of like Coke, the cherry Coke or whatever the case might be, and that seems to work. I can tell you from what I've seen, Noogs has been, I don't know if this is going to get me in trouble. I don't think anybody who work in that store is listening to this, and that's totally fine. But I don't push product. That's the one that I just like, listen, I'm not telling you to do it, but go ahead and get one of this. It is the most natural product that I've ever tasted. It is giving me energy, not the caffeinated one, but just the regular one has given me great energy. It has not cut down on soreness, but it eliminated some cramping
Mm.
in some of my runs. Because in Florida, we are next door to Satan's armpit. So when he lifts, that heat and humidity just descends, and it just makes it hard for when you try to run and everything. But this is the product that I'm just like, Like I said, this is the two-piece extra crispy. Has it met your expectation or exceeded it from when you created it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
thank you so much for those kind words. Seriously, like every time like what we've been doing this for um, almost 3 years, three
Hmm.
years in September since we like first started selling Noogs. And it still doesn't feel real whenever like people tell us face to face that they love Noogs and like use them in real life. That is such a cool feeling.
Yeah, it seriously does mean a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
We're literally all, we just got the green apple last week and we're almost out.
Oh, I love
Like,
it. I love to hear that. Yeah, the green apple's
Yeah,
good.
the green apple was my favorite until we launched blue raspberry. So
It's so
I
delicious.
think you've got great taste.
there we
Yeah.
go.
Um, but yeah, and then like that kind of answers the second part of your question though, is like, did this live up to our expectations? Like, we would have never guessed we would be where we are today. Like, I don't think we could have even imagined. Like some of the opportunities that we have been like so pinch me. Like, we're big Disney adults. The fact that we get to go to run Disney events, and like not only do we get to go to those, but like now we have friends there. Like we'll go and like we'll see people. Like we have people that we've met at races who are like fans of Noogs that have become our friends, and like we just feel part of the community now. And like people will tell us like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's like not a Run Disney weekend without Noogs, and we're like, what? Like that's I would have never like believed something like that could have happened. Or there's just been like other goals that like we've set that we've been able to achieve, and it's just so cool that like yeah, here we are 3 years later, and
Yeah,
yeah,
and we're still like a tiny company, right? Like
yeah,
Paige and I, we actually were just bringing on our first and like person to help us out with the company, our first employee, and we've had like so many wonderful friends and family members come help us at our booths that we go to because we do a lot of in-person booths
at expos and
at
stuff.
expos. But
Yeah.
like you mentioned, before I was in like the Air and Space Force for about 7 years, and never would have dreamed I would be like doing this now full time. The fact I get to wake up every day and do this with my wife is just incredible.
Hmm.
And Paige is like the heart and soul of Noogs. Like is all her idea to do this product. She's the dietitian, right? She was a running coach. She's a marathoner. She worked in the performance clinics. Like she was the expert and she was the one training with like different sour candy, all sorts of different fuel, and just experimenting different things and just trying to find something that really fit what she and her friends wanted. And I'm kind of sharing the story on her behalf, but just from me being the outsider, just watching that. Well, not so much the outsider, but me seeing it from a different perspective. We worked on the formulation for Noogs. When we had the idea, we wanted to go forward with it. Paige was trying to do stuff in the kitchen, and then we hired food science team, and we worked for about a year and a half, like trying to make a project or trying to make this product work. And I never thought it would take so long. I was used to managing like satellite and spacecraft ground station projects in the Space Force and Air Force, and those take so long, to get right. There's so many technical specifications, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a couple weeks to make a gummy, make it chew, right? So much more difficult than I thought it was gonna be.
Satellites on the same level as energy chews.
Okay, maybe not on the same level. A lot of amazing, brilliant engineers who are working on these things who give lots of kudos to. But I mean, really, the food science team that we ended up hiring like did such a wonderful job, and we did so many back and forth iterations of the product, just trying to get the texture right, trying to make it taste good. Like Paige wanted to put as much electrolytes in our product as possible without it overpowering the flavor, and we wanted that sour taste to make it that like nostalgic candy like feel. So you'd actually look forward to using it. It could be like a treat while you exercise. Even though running is amazing, it can be tough. And like having a fuel that you can reward yourself with was something that she really wanted. And so trying to find that right balance, that the sourness helps cover up the salt. So it should taste the candy. It shouldn't stick to your teeth. We wanted to use natural flavors and wanted to make a great product.
Mm.
And really, Paige, like it's so wonderful seeing her just take on this like creation and this entrepreneurship. She has so much drive and she can get so focused, and like this nukes would not be a thing without Paige. Like it just wouldn't be. So yeah, she's definitely.
Likewise, though. Ben talks to the big. He's very. Thank you, Ben, for your compliment. But Ben puts in just as much effort, and it's absolutely a team effort, and we definitely rely on each other and our strengths and weaknesses to make it happen. But it's funny though because you're talking about like the formulation days, and Um, like I do. It would be funny to like talk to Paige and Ben maybe like 3 months in to trying to develop Noogs when we were getting those first iterations of what they tasted like because we almost lost all hope trying like the first few rounds of samples. They were pretty bad, pretty
Yeah,
bad.
it was rough.
So definitely exceeded our expectations for like how delicious we were actually able to make them.
Yeah.
You
Because
guys should go ahead. Sorry.
no, it seemed like for a couple weeks there that we weren't going to be even close.
You guys should do, there's this trend like letter to my 7-year-old self.
Hmm.
Like I feel like you should do that. Like letter to my, because here's the thing, like it's hard. Like I could tell you starting this podcast, like I came from a college football background. Now you go into track and you think, oh, it's a smaller sport. I'm like, why does everything take time? Like you just
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
that instant gratification and everything, but you can taste the love in it. I don't know if you guys remember those stupid commercials back in the day that still run about how Publix is the one that does this, and they y'all need to stop if you're listening to this. How they will take a product like paper plates and use it to show how it keeps the family together or whatever the case might be. It's just like, and it's
Yeah.
and all it starts at Publix. Okay. Anyway, Noogs is like that because it's one of the products, probably the only product that I can go and I could tell a customer who is around my age and my age bracket, a little older, and we build conversations from that. Like I had a whole conversation, not even about running or nutrition, but it was from news because he says, "What does it taste like?" And it was the lemon flavor.
Hmm.
And
Mm.
back in the day, there were these lemon drops candies that you can get, and we're sitting there like, "Oh, this was like a lemon drop," or we can go and we could just take a flavor, but it brings back so many memories. So I think that's also the thing that is so impressive about what you guys have built is that you built something that has a nostalgic flavor to it.
Mm.
Like we talk about fried chicken, which in a few seconds we'll talk more about, but it's one of those things, you taste the good times. There's this big argument about like McDonald's and all this other stuff, and I don't eat a lot of that, but I just had to go try this to see if it still slapped like it used to, and it doesn't. But you could really taste the love that goes into this product. What have you guys learned about yourselves in the midst of creating this and the growing that you guys are doing as a company in these really 3 years ongoing?
I mean, I learned that we besides us being like a good team, being like a married couple, we make for like a really good team business wise. Like Paige's strengths and weaknesses, like I think really balance out sort of my strengths and weaknesses. We both really care about the whole picture, but about very specific things. And we trust each other completely on getting certain work done and we'll collaborate, but we always know that like the work is going to get done on whatever facet of the business is. And seeing Paige come out from being a dietitian, where she's working in a performance setting to a clinical setting, and then she's transitioning into an entrepreneur role. I think Paige like wasn't so sure of herself while doing this product,
Oh yeah, imposter
and
syndrome to the max.
and right, I
Mhm.
could totally see it because she has the expertise. Like, Paige been working. She's worked with professional athletes, collegiate athletes, high school athletes, all sorts of different backgrounds she's giving this professional advice to, and she's killing it. And she did such a good job. But then stepping into the entrepreneur role, Paige like wasn't so sure if she had the background to do this. And just watching Paige just grow in your confidence as a leader, but also as an entrepreneur in doing this, and as a dietitian has been amazing. And she's so focused, she's so organized. Like, did you see the notes that she plans out for meetings, for organizing the business, to like the folder system we have set up, itineraries, pages. Just she's incredible. She's incredible at doing this, and it's been really really fun to watch. Like Paige kind of blossom into this amazing entrepreneur, and like our business is still small, right? So it's not like we're like these crazy successful business, but I think success also just being able to do something we love every day is success. The fact that we get to wake up and do this, and you mentioned the customers. When we see a customer like buy our product, whether it's in person or through a website, it is always so meaningful. And we've got to meet so many just incredible people through the in-person events that we do. And that's I think where a lot of our growth come from. We were so scared the first time we did events
Hmm.
of meeting people. We thought people would be like, "Oh, this is terrible. I hate it," or they would like make fun of it or whatever the case is. But the community's been so supportive. People just have absolutely cheered us on. They've come to the Disney events. They come to the different regional events, whether that's in Virginia or Texas or California or Oregon that we go to, and have just supported us, like even just personally. Like Paige was mentioning, we're making friends that we see all the time who they're like celebrating us as a couple.
People have brought us baby gifts at expos that
Mm.
we've gone to. Like, I know you're asking, oh, what's something you learned about ourselves? One thing we've learned about the running community is we already knew this, but like we've been able to witness even more is like how awesome the running community is.
It
You
is.
know, they bring us like this one girl. She brought a gift bag and it said baby Noogs on it because I don't know if we mentioned on the
Oh,
podcast. I'm expecting, um, but yeah, like it's so scary to launch a product and to just like be received with such open arms has been awesome. And we've connected with like other founders in the space too who have made like other sports nutrition products and like they've been so awesome and supportive to connect with and like really so many of our experiences just like in this space have been insanely positive. Like we could have never dreamed it would be such a great community.
Hmm.
Yeah.
there's not much of an ego when it comes to you two. And I'm saying this as somebody who my trade is a sports journalist and I interview people like yourselves. You got to get a feel from when you first start talking to somebody. And there's one thing to have pride in it, but then there's one thing to be egotistical about it. And that is not you. Paige, I'm interested in this before we switch gears and then we'll come back. Actually, we're going to play a quick game
Ooh.
um, in regards to Noogs and its flavors. But you being a registered dietitian, in this day and age, more than anything, it is your job is so important
Mm,
because there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of people trying to recover from the misinformation that they've been taught, and the teaching has turned into a habit.
yeah.
You've created a product rather, and let me say this: going back to Ben, you were talking about success. I think the fact that like we have all these Disney races and people are calling to see if we have nukes or they're coming in just to keep checking in, or just the fact that somebody like me who like Paige, you struggled to find nutrition. I did too. I gave up on it. I just said, listen, I'm just gonna go buy a calf sleeve. And if somebody sees me doing a stanky leg running down the runway because I'm cramping up, then just look past me. But now I found something. Like my best friend, she's a pro marathon runner. She's my coach, and I'm like, Tori, yo, we got to hit these noogs, girl. For the next marathon. But anyway, back to the question: how have you seen this product kind of help move away from some of the falsehoods that are being taught? Because it is
Mm,
something that I would say this product is something that I would encourage a young person to do because A, they're not harmful ingredients that are going to hurt you, but B,
mhm,
it has everything that you need to be successful in it.
mm. Oh, I love that question. And thank you so much for giving a shout out to dietitians. There's a lot of like you're talking about how important they are. And I think like one thing that's been cool for me to see is like even from when I graduated college, like knowing I was going to be a dietitian, there weren't a lot of people to like look up to in the space, especially like on social media. Like I only followed like a handful of dietitians, and it's been so cool in the last oh my god 6 years, 6 years? No 10 years. Sorry, 10 years since I've graduated college. That's crazy. Um, almost 10 years. No, it was 2017. Okay. So I just had like a live flash before my eyes moment
That's
there.
okay. Listen, we trying. It's
Yeah,
when you graduate 27. Thank God, Lee, it's 2026.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Keep going. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, so I remember like 2017, they're just like not a lot of people knew what dietitians were. Like I was always having to explain my profession to people. And so now it's so cool. Flash forward to 2026. I feel like so many more people are familiar with dietitians and what they do. And like there's so many great RDs on social media to that are like super niche too. So like if you're a runner, obviously there's great um, dietitians to follow. Like if you have PCOS, there's dietitians to follow. Like it's just so cool how like dietitians are just killing it in the space, like advocating for themselves and like trying to you know spread correct information and give people helpful resources and things like that. So that's been really cool to see. And then your question, I'm sorry, was what
Have you
say
seen your
it
product essentially kind of change the game?
Yeah, oh how Noogs are changing the game.
Yeah, have you seen it just from your point of view?
Yes, okay. So let me think here. I think there's like a couple different things that help us stand out. Um we were like the first to like ask the question, what if sports nutrition could taste like candy, right? um, because at the time it felt like a lot of sports nutrition, and this is not a bad thing at all, was like just so performance focused. Like the only goal was for it to help you cross the finish line and get a PR and just like take you to the next level, which it should, and that's awesome. But I think like we kind of asked the question like, oh, like what if sports nutrition could do that and taste good and nostalgic? So that was kind of like a fun thing to introduce to the space. That like Ben mentioned, the other thing I really wanted to do was introduce a chew that had a higher electrolyte profile, because that wasn't something that I found with a lot of the options out there. And now it seems like there's other options coming out, which is fantastic. Um, so I think those are like two big things that have helped us stand out. Would you add anything else, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, Paige and some of her running buddies would use like sour candy, right? It has glucose. It is giving you like some like fuel source for your exercising. And then to see Paige kind of transition that flavor profile using natural flavors into something that tastes like sour gummy candy. And a lot of nutrition was very aspirationally
Oh man,
marketed,
yeah.
very performance focused, which is great. And we don't have anything against other nutrition brands. If those brands work for you and it helps you live a healthier life and helps you move, I think that's so great. And we met with many different brands and they're awesome. Because we wanted to make something like Paige wanted to make something that just tasted like that sour gummy candy and then had much more electrolytes. So if you do like look at like if sodium intake, potassium intake, generally speaking, Nukes does have a higher amount, and that sour coating does allow us to kind of mask that flavor. But also just in terms of the marketing angle,
Yep.
we really wanted Nukes to be such a fun, welcoming, inclusive, uplifting brand. Because so much of what we were seeing was very focused on the elite level athlete, PRing, going to Boston, doing the world majors, and those are so cool. And that is really like so awesome. And so many athletes, like for Paige and I getting into running for the first time, it's a little scary. You're going in there, you're seeing all these different shoe brands. They're measuring your like your stride. You're trying to like, and then you have to find a group, and you have to like get into the group, and then or else you're running by yourself. It's a scary, it's a sometimes scary to getting into, and we saw so many people getting into the sport since COVID. So many running clubs popping up, race events are selling out, and also like more women getting into the sport than men for like marathon signups in like 2021. I think that flip happened, and so with Paige, I'm sorry, I'm speaking before you. I'm very long-winded if you couldn't tell. But Paige being a dietitian, she's starting this woman-owned brand just being fun and welcoming and vibrant. We want to meet runners where they are. You don't have to set the PR. If you're at the back of the pack, like, party pacing it with your friends,
We're right there with
we're
you.
right there with you. Like, Like you're out there being healthy, you're getting the miles in, you're building community. So much of running and the things you love about it is it spurs the community around you. You're going to a race, people are cheering you on. You're meeting people at the finish line. Like if somebody's struggling, you cheer them on, and that's why we love going to these very like fun kind of race events, like Disney, like Richmond, like Shamrock. They're all this really based on supporting people and supporting runners, no matter what your running level is, like what your background is, and that's who we want to be as Noogs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why I don't know who came up with the pink idea, but bravo. Because it's different. Like it shows like, I don't know, representation matters. Just, with everything. And I feel like because you guys are the party people in the back. You are the people who, instead of stopping at the water station and like, oh crap, I got to reconvene. You dance when you hear the music. Like Denzel Washington said, and Remember the Titans, I scratch my nose when it itches, I dance when I hear music. So it's for runners, it's for walkers, it's just for people who just need a little bit extra. So, and I think it shows, like I said, when it comes to the outfits that you guys wear, or whatever the case might be, or just to the product that flies off the shelf, to the people who goes to, Disney and these various races. Like it's just so you can just feel the energy. Because there are people I'm like, how the heck did you hear about them? And then they're like, oh, Disney or social media or whatever the case might be. So the game that I wanted to play is going to test your Noogs knowledge, which
Oh.
if you fail, that's a problem
Oh no,
because
I'm nervous.
um so I am on my phone. I'm trying to get all the flavors up. News. I thought I did, but I don't know what happened. Anyway, we want to know, and by we, me, we're gonna match the flavor with the personality.
Ooh, oh, this will be fun. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna call out some flavors, and the two of you are gonna tell me who that flavor represents more.
Okay.
Okay? So, you ready?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Poolside pop.
Mm. So,
Wait, are you gonna give us an example of the person? Are we choosing the
No,
person?
you tell
Oh,
me.
we
I'm
come up
telling
with the
you.
person.
Yeah, I'm telling you the flavor, and you tell me who that flavor represents the most.
Oh, this is a really good exercise for us because we've thought a lot about our original three flavors, but I don't think we've talked a lot about who the newer flavors are.
well, for me, poolside pop is somebody who's like sporty, but when they go on vacation, they want to relax and be active, right? They want to go by the pool, they want to have some like fun, but then they want them to get out and they want to do something. They want to still like go like where's the poppin' place? Where's the fun restaurant? Like can they go dance? Like it has a little like caffeine, even a little bit of a stimulant. I think the poolside pop is for the like like the relaxed, like the chill bro who also likes to go out and like have fun.
So, frat boy.
A frat
Frat
boy.
boy. That's
Yeah.
that's exactly what I
My
got.
mom is the frat boy.
I was like, okay, cool. We got the fraternities. That's what I said. Representation matters. Everything. So
I
we
didn't know
represent.
that's where it was gonna lead to, but I guess I can see it.
And if you have a different opinion,
Yeah.
like please.
But maybe like the nice golden retriever one who's just like here for a good time, and he's like, oh man, poolside pops. I loved those when I was a kid. Yeah. He just
Man, so that person. Oh no, I'm not gonna say
he's
that
just
because
really
that's
supportive. He's just here for a good time. I like that. I can see that.
and missing brain cells too. So it's
But
so
we love our fraternity brothers.
Oh
what
gosh,
per
yeah. Hopefully.
what like so oh I'm gonna get in trouble. What person like because you make it sound like the poolside pop is like the Theo Von like of that. Oh man. I
Maybe we
like
need to
it.
workshop it more. This is initial. We're just brainstorming right
Yeah,
now.
I was in a fraternity. Is that not all? That's not all,
That's
all bad,
okay.
you know?
You're in the military too. We thank you for your service. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
you
but
have
whatever.
you have all the swag.
Poolside pop does. I mean, the red, white, and blue. We could also say it's a.
Patriotic.
We
True,
could we
but
could take the patriotic route if we wanted
maybe
to.
maybe the patriotic frat. Yeah,
What is the Patriot ROTC maybe?
The person who's I mean, I don't know.
That sounds okay. So
They're
here's the
going to
thing.
football games. They're,
I'll
whatever.
say this. I'll say this about the caffeinated poolside pop. Because it's caffeinated, ooh, I don't want to say it has multiple layers. I don't want to say multiple personalities, but it
Hmm.
has multiple layers. You could be the frat, you could be the guy who is grilling hot dogs with red, white, and blue pants on. You could be anything, or you could just be the person who needs to be around people who give you energy,
I love it.
Mm.
I
whatever the
love it.
case might be. Okay, you ready for the next one?
We really appreciate your info. Yeah, I think we need multiple sources coming
Yeah.
in to tell us who this
Listen,
person is.
we family, we good. All right, the caffeinated strawberry lemonade.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'll take a stab at this.
Okay.
So this is the cousin of Lemon Zinger, who we've established is very like type A, organized, loves their planner, um, like Pilates girl, clean girl aesthetic. I feel like strawberry lemonade is of that elk, would you say? But maybe just like
Okay,
I know. I love it. This is actually
I like
fascinating to
that
hear.
yeah, and
swag.
we can all share our like what we
No, you
think
did
because
a great job.
maybe
I
it's
loved it.
different. Um, but yeah, like maybe this flavor or this type of person takes it to another level. I like that you're talking about layers too. Like there's layers to the person. They might appear one way, but then when you really get to know them, you see a completely different side. Um, so like what would separate them or what would make them different from their like type A cousin?
Well, I mean, the
They've
type
got
A is Lemon Zinger is like in straight A's, right? Lemon
yeah.
Zinger is showing up early to class. Strawberry Lemonade, sometimes they skip class. I mean, they're doing an adventure. They're going for a hike. They're going swimming in some lake with their friends. Maybe they're a little crazy, but they're also still a good student. They're also still respectful.
Oh, okay. So you
They're
think they're
layered.
like a okay, okay. A little more on like unhinged or adventurous.
Yeah, maybe a little adventurous. Like they don't want just one thing. They want lemon and strawberry, right? They don't want just lemon, right? They don't want the straight A's. They want the A's and then the memories of hanging out with the friends outside of class.
You know who Lemon Zinger is? Ooh, I hope nobody, because there's some people that I'm referring to this to. They're the people that you know they they have a pair of halos in their backpack, and then they go away to college and like join a sorority
Here
and
we go with the Greek life again.
Yeah.
it's just Greek life, or well, the other option was gonna be like, okay, it could be like a croissant. No, you know what it's like? Do you remember those old Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Pop
Yeah,
commercials?
Of course.
the fruity ones.
The fruity ones. And you kind of go until you get to the center and be like, oh, where did this taste come from?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like that. It has a hard exterior, and then when you get down to the interior, it's something that you didn't expect,
I
what the
love
case
it.
might be.
And they're
Yes.
all welcome for Noogs. We love all of them.
Yes.
What would the like interior be for this person? What would they not expect that would catch them off guard?
Or
Like
like
a
Oh, they
really weird hobby.
or this like maybe they're like maybe they are like a little wild or a little crazy, but they're also like you get to the center, they're also, like super nice,
think of it this.
super supportive.
Or it's that, or it's like that one person. There's this show called The Middle, and they were bringing in exchange students. And this kid, you couldn't tell, like, he didn't speak barely any English, whatever the case might be. And he was just kind of like the nerd, go to school, doesn't talk. And the family's car broke down, and he was a mechanic
Mm.
that nobody expected. And he could fix cars, but he was really a handyman. It feels like that. Or is that one quiet person that There's like sweet, 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 and then you get them on that right. You know what it's like? It's like those football players that have a screw loose. Brian Dawkins, he was a guy. He is a guy. He's not dead. He is a guy that he used to hit people and then quote scripture when they were on the ground.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
Nice.
So I don't want to sound like it's the people. Please don't think that you're going to eat this and turn into a head case. It's it's a really good product. We'll workshop that a little bit
Yeah,
more.
I love this exercise. This is
background.
so much fun.
Okay.
We've nailed down the personas of some of the other flavors. We just you're getting like first rough draft right now.
Yes, that
Exclusive sneak
is
peek.
yes, exclusive sneak peek. We're gonna come back in a year and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
we're gonna as these characters develop, then we'll figure something out. All right. Blue raspberry sour cheese.
Okay. Well, blue raspberries, Dr. Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we partnered with just the most incredible human being. I don't know if you've ever seen Dr. Tommy Martin's like content online. I apologize, you hear our dog. She's guarding the house right now. But we met Dr. Tommy at one of the Disney races, the Disney World Marathon. And if you've seen him on social media, he has a large following, but he's genuinely the most incredible, wonderful, compassionate, hardworking, energetic person you'll ever meet. And I mean that so sincerely. He like we've had the chance to meet with him now, and he's like he wanted to come alongside us and launch this blue raspberry flavor together. And so when we think blue raspberry, we think Dr. Kami. So he's just like he has so much energy. He's a full-time physician. He's a triathlete. He's a dad. He's making educational content to help people.
He's an author,
He's an author.
podcaster.
Yeah, podcast. He's like volunteering. Like
Gosh,
I don't know how, and his wife is also incredible as well. But I don't
Power
know,
couple,
I
yeah.
don't know how they do it. And he always has the time to cheer people on. He has the energy to help others. He's so like he came to our booth and just to talk to people and give them advice. He's so compassionate. I feel like Blue Raspberry is like his own category. This
Yeah.
embodies the attributes of Dr. Tommy. That's really a testament to who he is as a person.
okay. So this is the upper echelon because I can't think. I'm trying to think of somebody who everybody loves and nobody hates. I don't want to, say he's like the Jesus Christ of the nutrition because I don't want to go to hell just for.
Or like he's like Forrest he okay, so I'm gonna say it and then like explain. Forrest Gump, because like that's one of my favorite movies, by the way. And
Okay.
just because like he goes on like he like goes to the Olympics for playing ping pong and then he's like fighting in Vietnam and then like he's running across the United States. Like he like just is doing all of these things and is like a genuinely really nice person. I feel like you could say like maybe the Forrest Gump, but way smarter.
Except for Dr. Tommy's like, I mean, nothing against Forrest Gump, awesome person, but Dr. Tommy's like, a doctor,
Yeah.
incredibly intelligent, but also all those other attributes
Yeah.
too. So I can see that.
Lovable person who goes on adventures and
Okay.
accomplishes many different things.
I'm trying to figure out like who that would be, like in modern
Yeah.
terms outside of him. Who, uh, Dr. Tommy would love to meet you. Come down to Orlando.
He does. He
Yeah.
comes to the Disney World races.
Oh, okay, cool. So I guess I'll see. Well, there's 50,000 people there. I hope to see you.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
Yeah.
man, that's tough. You know who Blue Raspberry Sour Chews are?
Hmm.
Dolly Parton.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
everybody loves
that
Dolly
works.
Parton.
Yep, that's
Okay.
it right there.
So Dr. Tommy Dolly Parton concoction.
Maybe we
And it,
should have gone with like the celebrity theme this whole time. Like, I like the idea of pairing it with the celebrities too. It's fun.
the Blue Raspberry Blast Sour Energy Chews could be the 9 to 5s,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
whatever the case might
If
be.
you give me on the same echelon or compare the Dolly Parton, that is a great space
You
to
made
be
it
in.
in
So
life.
yeah,
Yeah.
you get this the sour blue raspberry. That is a great place to be.
All right, I got two more for you.
Okay.
I kind of know. Okay, so I'm not gonna do the lemon zingers. Actually, you know what? I am gonna do it. Who would the lemon zinger sour energy juice be?
Celebrity wise,
Anything.
or yeah, like pop culture. Well, I define them as a type A person.
You know more about pop culture and celebrities
That's
than
true.
me, so
That's
I'm
true.
struggling with.
I need to. We can
You
all like
know,
think about it together.
okay. So it would be, you know what that one is? It's like the coach who's just hard. He's like the Kelvin Sampson from Houston. It's like this hard coach, and you bite into it, and it's just like just sour and just like it turns your face. But the more you chew on it, there's this subtle, gentle sweetness that
Mm.
mellows it out. You know what? It's the Grinch.
Ha!
It's the
Oh,
Grinch. It's the Grinch meeting Cindy Lou, like that kind of in the
It's a
middle.
transition point.
It's the transitioning. It's yes. You know what? No, no, no. That's even better. Lemon zinger sour energy chews are when the Grinch's heart got palpitations and
yes.
decided to grow. So that for me, that's that one.
I dig it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
His heart grew 10 sizes.
Yes, which if anybody, can relate to that, that's not a good thing. But
Yeah.
um last but not least, my favorite for I don't know. It's still my favorite for right now. I love the green apple, but the electric watermelon sour energy chews.
That's everyone's favorite. You're
Yeah.
not alone.
Yeah.
It's tough.
That's the most
That's
popular
the
girl school.
G, you know. That's
Yeah.
where it all started.
That yeah, that's that the watermelon that was our first ever flavor that we launched. We just had that for a while, and that is like continues to be like probably the most beloved,
Hmm.
especially of the originals. Yeah, in my mind, that's the most popular person in school. That's the most popular girl in school. Everybody loves them, and they like deserve to be like they're fun, they're
Maybe,
friendly.
maybe like Elle Woods from Legally
Okay.
Blonde.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. I love it. I love that.
I was gonna say Mr. Rogers,
Oh.
but I can definitely do Elwoods or for
I think
Paige.
the pink is influencing the
That's
statement, right?
I'm with that. Paige, I thought you were gonna say Taylor Swift,
Or Taylor
Oh my
Swift.
goodness.
Oh
but
shoot. Am
not
I a
every
real Swiftie for not saying Taylor Swift initially?
okay, so I got you. Taylor is the green apple.
Ooh.
Ooh, in a
Reputation.
reputation era.
And
Nice.
but I feel like red too. That's the concert I went.
Oh, that little
That's the concert I went to. Yeah.
fall
So
kind of
Little
vibe.
apple.
Yeah.
man.
I
Okay.
love that. I love that.
My last question, then we're gonna get to food, then we're gonna get on out of here. Um, what flavor matches you guys?
I feel like maybe we should tell you. I
Pick
can
for each
say.
other.
Well, I feel like I have to pick watermelon for Paige because even though I know you love the blue raspberry,
Mhm.
um, and like post pop, but like you're like I'll use the Elwoods just because you're saying that you're like girly, you like pink, you like doing these fun things, but you're also like so smart and you're so hardworking and like whatever you put your mind to, you're able to achieve. And you have this way of just attracting people around you who are just awesome and supportive, and star of the show also. So
Oh wow.
I would say Paige is
Hey,
the electric watermelon.
Step back. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, wow, what a compliment. Um, I feel like I want to say blue raspberry. Very,
Be compared to Dr. Tommy, I'll take it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, wow, you're just gonna listen to us like compliment each other now.
well, I have one too for the both of you. Um,
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
like as a couple or a pair?
both.
Okay, let's hear it.
You are blue raspberry.
Ooh,
Okay, so we got two votes for blue raspberry.
nice. I'll take it.
Paige, you are electric watermelon
Mm.
because it is the most diverse skill set It's the OG.
Hmm.
Um, and you have if you want to know what Noogs, like all the other flavors, taste like, there's some of it is just in that. Like you get a little tart, you get a little sweet, you get a little pop, you get a little kick. Feel like it's vibrant, it's energetic, it's good. Ben, you're like that OG, that leader type, that kind of helps, influences everyone everywhere you go. Paige, you are a community builder. Everywhere you go, communities sprout and they grow wings, and then together, you guys will be the green apple.
Oh.
Oh, big reputation. Big
Yeah.
reputation.
Yes, yes. So that's mine. What I'm curious about,
Wait, what do you, how would you characterize yourself?
I don't count.
What?
Oh, yes, you do.
I
Yeah,
I, I
you
don't count.
definitely do.
I don't count. I don't count. Specifically because I have to be neutral and everything.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Really, that's just my way of getting out of the question. It doesn't mean.
We're like all accepting it. Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's hard. I don't like, and here's the thing. In a few minutes, I told you guys you could ask me questions.
Okay.
Here's our
Okay.
question.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
we'll come back to that because now I have to
Okay,
think.
okay.
If you guys are building a go-to, so let's just say Noogs does a cookout, a community cookout.
Mm.
Dessert will be the Noogs, but what foods do you have to have at this cookout? You got to give me three and a
Are
half.
representative of Noogs or
No,
like
of
that we
yourselves
oh
that
of
you
ourselves.
love. Yes.
Oh,
Noogs is like the dessert, but I need like three and a half food. The half could be a drink or a side or bread. But like three core foundational foods that you cannot live without, that is just, it has to be there.
That encompass Noogs
No, that
or Paige and
encompasses
Ben.
it
yeah.
encompasses Paige and Ben.
I think oh man.
We
Okay.
know fried chicken, so fried chicken gonna be on there.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
So you got three more.
I was gonna say I'm kind of up in the air between brisket and like a classic burger. Brisket would be more fun, but maybe I'll go with a burger if it's an encompassing like it's like classic American. It's gonna be there. I feel like both Paige and I come from like military families. It's that very just I don't know just when you think of a classic American barbecue that's there. It's just this nice, delicious, maybe medium rare burger with some maybe some American cheese on top. Making it
What-
more classic.
oh man, that's that popsicle nude vibe right there. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
That's
not.
right. Well, I mean, we're gonna encompass uh like maybe who we are. I don't know.
yeah.
That's totally
So
fine. I ain't mad at it.
that's on there. Um,
Um, so I guess this is like maybe we could call this a drink, even though it's like probably a dessert too. I think we'd have to throw in the Neapolitan shake from In-N-Out,
oh,
mostly because I just love that shake so much. And we're layered. We bring different things to the table. A little chocolate, a little strawberry, a little vanilla, different strengths, different sides to our personality. Um, The Neapolitan shake was also one of my favorite post-run treats. After I finished my first marathon, that's where I went straight to In-N-Out and got one of those. So like I feel like it ties into like the running element too.
and just to be clear, her first marathon it was like COVID. She was gonna go to New York, got canceled, and so she did the virtual race. She did a marathon on a half-mile track around my little Air Force base.
Yeah.
It just
We don't have to get into that
just
story.
crank,
We'll be here for another 20 minutes.
So
crank
now
down a marathon half-mile track.
you can go. I know Paige has talked about it on a few podcasts.
Yeah.
Listen, you are tougher than a well done steak. And
Yeah.
everything and stuff. So we just praise the Lord that we have advanced to full running courses,
Amen.
and instead of running around little Air Force bases. Shout out to the Air Force. You mentioned something, Ben, about fried chicken. You like what fried chicken did y'all grow up on? Because you were wanting to talk about the different kinds and like who has the best.
Yeah. So
Well, one thing you should know is that Ben was raised by a fried chicken connoisseur.
yeah, my
Okay.
mom loves fried chicken, and it's like
Okay.
we definitely like fried chicken. The only issue is, and God bless where he grew up. I thought it was a wonderful childhood. However, it was not a food mecca
Yeah.
by any means. The only real fried
It's getting
chicken,
better, but
the fried,
you've been to Oregon, you know.
yeah,
It's not getting better. I'm not sorry.
yeah.
It's not.
That's there wasn't a ton of options. So my mom would get like the fried chicken from a local grocery store, Winco, bring it home, or we'd go to KFC and get fried chicken, which is fine. But when I truly fell in love with fried chicken is when I went to Texas and I had like Raising Cane's for the first time, and I had a spiritual experience of Raising Cane's. that that changed my life, and then that kind of put me on the trajectory of
Used his best man to be his best man by putting he like made a little trail of Raising Cane's napkins to that led to like canes on the table, and it said it had a big thing of Texas toast, and it was like, "Will you make the toast at my wedding?"
Oh
His
man.
best man.
and that best
Yeah.
man at his wedding, he actually catered Canes for like the rehearsal dinner. So yeah, we're big Canes fans. And then I went when I moved to Los Angeles when we were stationed there. Um, like some of my friends, we would go around, we would try different fried chicken around LA to find who were the best. And then our friend was a chef, and he would take us to some of the different like
Mhm.
get Korean fried chicken, get some like Japanese like chicken, and it was incredible.
Well, and the other cool experience we got to go with him. I don't know if you've been to this restaurant in Savannah, Georgia. Um, what is that place called?
It's like a little hole in the wall place, and like they serve food until like they run out. So people will line up for like multiple hours in the morning to go in, and their fried chicken was delicious.
Yeah, that
Is it
that's
like a
sorry.
cafeteria style kind of?
Oh, we did go to one like that, but no, this one's more like
Home style.
yeah, like you go into it feels like a family dining room, and they serve you a bunch of different dishes, but like fried chicken's the main one. What is the name of this place?
Yeah, we'll have
We'll
to
we'll
look
I
it up.
know, I know what you're talking about. I do know what you're
okay.
Oh,
talking about.
nice.
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
do.
it's a pretty iconic place. Like if you go to, like things to do in Savannah,
I
that's one
can't,
of the
what is the
ones that.
name? My goodness. They did deserve the shout out because their food was so good.
Listen, listen. I tell people fried chicken may be bad for the body, it's good for the soul. I'm gonna make sure
It
you get on this
is.
Yeah. Okay.
episode, whether you, yeah.
What's your opinion on Bojangles? Because we're a house divided.
Let me just talk about Raising Cane's first.
Okay.
Okay.
I've never had it, but being in calm down, calm down. But being in the South, we just opened one because we didn't have one in Florida, whatever the case might
Mhm.
be. And when I
Yeah. Okay.
we just got it, and then in Ohio, oh, it is huge. When I was covering Ohio State, they swore by it, but I never went because the lines were just outrageously long.
Mm.
Yeah.
I have not heard great things about it, and I'm like tempted not to try it because here's me. I heard they don't season the chicken, but they don't season the chicken because I guess the sauce is supposed to carry, and that is some BS to me. But in the name of unity, I'm gonna try it. Um, and really, I was trying to think of like what needs to be my post-race meal for you
Yeah.
guys. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna let you know if I'm gonna love it or list it. Um, Bojangles. This is who hates which one of y'all hate it? Why do you hate it?
Oh, okay, man. I feel bad. Now I'm going on a podcast and like this the second
That's all we
like
do is roast stuff on here. So don't feel bad. This is yeah, this is good. This is fun.
okay, I don't know. It just tastes like mediocre to me, and I think the biscuits
Mm.
especially are pretty disappointing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's some
The
hot
biscuits, the
takes.
biscuits just don't taste like they're made with love, you know?
I'm- Ooh.
But we're talking about fried chicken.
That no, it's in the same day cousins. Have you have you tried a Bowberry biscuit?
Once I think like when we first moved here.
Okay, and
And
it didn't move.
the reason I bring it up, I think the other issue too is whenever Ben's family comes and visit, they actually used to live in the town that we live in now, and they loved going to Bojangles. And so every time they come and visit, it's like, oh,
My
Bojangles.
mom loves
Gotta go to
Bojangles.
Bojangles.
She loves it.
Why do we go to Bojangles?
Okay.
There's plenty of other great places.
Uh, okay.
But what's your opinion on Bojangles?
It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Mm.
Like it's so the Bojangles in Florida now, they canceled them and now they put some of them back up, but they don't sell fried chicken per se. They just sell chicken tenders.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, it's really stupid.
interesting. Okay.
It depends on I've gone to some Bojangles where that chicken been sitting there since Jesus walked. And it's been cold, it'll shake your teeth.
Yeah.
Um, and some of it, like when you're frying chicken, there's an art to it. You have to, for y'all listening, season your food. That's the biggest gripe I had about food in Oregon. When I first went there, I asked them for sweet tea and they brought me agave, and I was like, I need
Oh
a
yeah,
Oh
no, you
yeah.
can't ask for sweet tea
No,
there.
it's just
and
vanilla. Yeah.
well, and to be more straight, I asked for an Arnold Palmer. I'm fresh off the plane. So for those who don't know, an Arnold Palmer is what we call a half and half. It's sweet tea and lemonade. And
Mm.
that is not what they brought me. They brought me half unsweet and half sweet. And I don't know what concoction it made. I'm not going to call these people out because I'm full of love today. But it was not good. But Bojangles is hit or miss. Now, when it hits, it's still not the best. But when you're frying chicken, you have to make sure the moisture is out. And because that crisps up the skin. And sometimes they're just too inconsistent. I'm gonna tell you what, when you guys are back down in Orlando, we're gonna go to lunch. And I'm gonna take you to a fried chicken joint that means a lot to me because they closed the other ones down that I grew up on. And truthfully, the fried chicken that I make in my family, I'm just saying, nobody, y'all not ready. Y'all, it's different.
I'm sure
It's
yours
built
is
different.
made with love.
Sweet devotion and love, all of that. But I'm gonna take y'all to Theo's Kitchen.
Okay.
It's not too far from Fleet Feet, but they cook, they're Greek people and they cook their chicken in a pressure fryer.
Hmm.
But the steam comes up, it crisps the skin. My treat.
Oh
That
And
man.
sounds great.
I'm
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, it's gonna change your perception on Bojangles though. Because once you've had like that, because sometimes
Well, and I don't
dang,
think you don't love Bojangles isn't your favorite chicken.
But Bojangles is my favorite. I think
Yeah.
if
We
I'm
actually like with our friends one night we did a blind fried chicken taste test of all the fast food fried chicken places.
who
And
won?
number one, everybody agreed was actually Popeyes.
Popeyes,
When
Popeyes,
Popeyes is fresh,
yeah,
Yeah.
Popeyes is
ain't nothing
delicious.
like it. Now, now that we're adults, what you should do is if we're ranking them, I would say probably Popeyes, Church's chicken. When Church's is right, they have that little breast thigh concoction that they try to mesh together and call it something, but it's deformed. But other than that, it's still good. And KFC third, I guess Publix would be fourth. Because
Publix
they
is
just
Publix
really
put
actually has some
good.
pretty decent fried chicken.
they put too much batter on it now. It smells like starch.
Oh, interesting.
Um, and then I don't even know who it would be. But what you have to do, and then we're gonna close this thing out, you have to do a biscuit tasting.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm
You gotta do
in.
a biscuit
I'm
tasting.
in.
Um,
Great foot cramp.
and whoever could whoever
Weird
could
face.
eat a whoever could eat a Popeyes biscuit without choking wins, whatever.
Oh, with like no water or anything.
No water. They're doing the CEO challenge. Everybody eating it. We need to see
Yeah,
who's gonna eat the Popeyes biscuit. Let's close let's close this bad boy out, okay? Tell the people why they should invest in Noogs.
that's a great question. Noogs is going to be the product. It's really, I feel like Nukes, it really embodies itself in the community. If you want to feel like you're in some supportive, uplifting, cheering you on, has your back, community vibe, that's who we want to be as Nukes. We want to be for the runner who does the PR, but also who's doing the party pace, like you mentioned before. We want to be the people who are getting their friends out, they're walking outside, they're going to play pickleball, they're going for a group run, they're bringing people together in a way that's healthy living and just moving and being active and finding friendship and community. If that's your type of vibe, if you want to have that kind of fun flavor, that nostalgia of that sour candy that's still going to work for you, but also be fun, that's that's who Nukes is for. And we have nothing ever bad to say about like other brands. They work, but if you want that fun, flavorful product and brand, please try Noogs.
Hmm. And I'll also add, we're having a son soon, and we got to put food on the table. So
So please try Noogs.
Please, please listen. I'm telling you firsthand, and to answer your question, I would say I'm the electric watermelon. I don't know
Mm.
which, but I'm like, I don't know what is the introverted electric watermelon. So I'm just gonna make it electric watermelon with a twist. Um, but yes, support this family. They hardworking, veteran owned, female led and created. And if you are struggling with nutrition, there's somebody out there. I know I sound like one of those pulpit pimps who, do the holy miracle water and everything, but sow a seed into this brand because it's definitely one that you need to get involved in. Go on Noog's website, noogs.com. They have flavors back in stock. How am I sure? I literally just looked at it when I was playing this game. And please follow them on social media because they're coming up with some creative stuff. And if you are repping Noogs, if you try it and everything, don't gatekeep it. Tag them in it. Heck, tag Lactic Acid in it. We'll freaking post it on ours too. Like I said, I ain't getting paid, Bob. I'll just love the freaking product and everything. I appreciate you good people for coming on. Listen, we have a special thing coming out in a few weeks. If you're really interested in news, more on that later. But until next time, love, peace, and chicken grease. Hope you enjoyed the episode.